Hello crafty friends and welcome back to my channel. It's Annie at Vintage Lace Journal, and first of all I want to say a massive thank you. My last video got over 1,000 views, which is absolutely amazing. I know there's a freebie attached and everyone likes a freebie, but it's so nice to think that I've reached out to that many people. It's a different kind of journal, it's an envelope journal, and obviously using these amazing papers from the Junk Journal Studio. Hopefully I've inspired lots of you out there. Got some lovely comments in the comment section, so thank you so much to anyone who took the time to leave a comment. It's always lovely to read those. And hello to any new subscribers. So welcome to my channel. And today we're going to be finishing off this beautiful envelope journal. Okay, so it's exactly as I left it last time. Well, the only thing I've done is obviously pop the little hole through there, because obviously didn't want to do that while that was wet. Now, what I have done, if you can see, is I have been busy cutting out all of those things. They won't stay in here because obviously they're too tall. What I do tend to use, I've said this before, is these plastic wallets. I know they're plastic, but they will last forever. And I just put a little thing in here. These are A5 ones. I've also got A4 ones, which I probably will use as well. But once it's all cut down, it'll go in there beautifully. Label it up and it's there for future. I've also got all these bits over here. I've got some lace that I might use as well in the journal, some pink lace. And I've also got my vintage photo, which I'll be inking around the edges of some things. Right, so let's get started. I hope I'm still in the right format. Sometimes when I move my camera it changes. Okay, so I'm going to start with the front cover, and I thought the first thing I might actually do on here is this little bit here. I've decided that I'm going to use one of my words along here, and I like the black because I think that really stood out. So it says roses never tell, they show. So that's the first thing I'm going to pop down on there. Find my glue. There we go. So that's going to go down to the bottom right hand corner. And a lot of these pages now will just be kind of like, seeing what I've got, building things up, trial and error, put things down before they're actually glued. So that's going to go just there. And then I want something up this right hand corner. So I've chosen one of these gorgeous little stamps. So I'm going to pop that, I think, around the edge of that one, just to bring it in with a kind of theme with the rest of it. So I'll pop that there. And then I'm going to think about decorating this bit up here. So what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to put, I think I'm going to put some lace down here. Obviously my name is Vintage Lace Journal. I do like a bit of lace in my projects. So I'm going to pop that there. Once it's glued and dried, I'll then just trim off those angles there. Just waiting for my hot glue gun to get hot. And then I'm going to use kind of like a variety of these labels and tags. So I think I'm going to kind of like layer up a little thing on here. I've also found this with a little bit of twine. And I thought the colour just matched in beautifully with that. Now the way I'm going to do my closure is I'm going to tie here. I won't do it quite yet. And then just have a wrap around. Sometimes just like that, because I don't know how fat this is going to get once I start putting things in it. So that will tie around, and I could obviously just tuck it underneath. Might put a little bit of embellishment on the end of that. But I think sometimes simple closures are nice, easy. I could have done another eyelet at the back and close it that way, but I think a wraparound will then let me kind of like fill this journal out, and it won't be too restricting. Right, so let's have a little look. So I'm thinking about putting some of these elements down, and again, like I said, it's kind of like layering things up. How do things fit? I'm going to put, what's that there? Oh, another one I'd want to show you is a tip for these, because obviously these come and you cut them like this, you cut them out square, but you've got these little notches left. Now if you've got one of these, which is obviously one of those hole punches, these are brilliant for this. So obviously, let's make sure this is in shot. Yeah, get your little mark, your little tool, and just go over that, punch it out, it's got caught, and it leaves the perfect little notch in there. If you haven't got one of these, obviously then you can just have to sort of cut around, but yeah, that's how I cut those things out. Also the same with the tickets. So at the moment they're all together as a whole, so again, come in with that and just go down and punch the white bits out. Quite satisfying doing that. And then what I'm going to do is I use these, I'm going to fold them and use them as a whole rather than cut them off and just have them as one single ticket, because actually it's quite nice if you want to journal on the back of this. That's quite a nice big space to journal on. Right, let's see if my hot glue gun is hot. So I'm just going to roughly measure the size I want. So there to there. And then just come down with a bead of hot glue and then pop that on straight away. Pat it down, and then I'm just going to do that so I don't burn my fingers. And that's nicely stuck. I won't cut that just yet because obviously, like I said, I'll wait for that to dry. I've got hot glue on my hands, which is fine. Just peel that off before I go any further. Okay, so I can start thinking about laying up these pieces there. So I'm just going to come with my distress ink, just go around the edges. And again, personal choice. So I hear a lot of people say, some people like ink edges, some people don't. But this project and the papers lend themselves really beautifully to this. So first of all, I'm going to stick that on there. This is the fun part. I'm looking forward to this. Set myself a day up where I can just think about what I'm doing. In there. Like I said, all the colours in this are beautifully matched to each other. I might just have a number. Make sure that's really stuck down. There we go. Quite happy with that. I think that's just enough for the front cover. So I'm now going to stick this bit, put this in. So like I said, this is just going through from the back to the outside. And I'm going to leave a little long bit here, just so I've got enough to tie if I wanted to tie when the other bit comes round. Okay, so that will just be a simple closure now. I have to wrap round and tuck in. Nice simple closure. And like I said, that goes in beautifully with the colours there. I'm going to put my hand down on that just while that just tacky glue just takes a bit more. Okay, so I'm just going to open this up. And do I want to trim the lace? Yeah, I do. So nice sharp scissors. Which these obviously are. I'm cut on a funny angle. And that way as well. Good, happy with that. So there we go. That's our front cover, nicely done. So onto the inside front cover now. So this is my first pocket in here, and part of the kit you've got these lovely cards, which I think will be great for these nice big pockets. So once they're cut, they measure just slightly under 3.5 inches by 5.5 inches. So that's a really, really nice size. And obviously the backs are plain, so you can use that as a journaling spot. So I'm going to pop one in here. Now, I had a great find the other day on Amazon UK. I found a whale punch, and it was only about £10, which I know is extravagant, and I said I wasn't going to buy much this year, but something like this when it comes along is fabulous. So yeah, I've got one of those. So I'm just going to get myself a piece of, well, actually, rather than you, so this is where I start fanning around. This is going to be too thin. It's paper. Or do I use, no, I'm going to pop that away because These were really, really lovely. And I think these size ones, you see it had a nice plain one. I think if I fold that over, that in itself would make a fabulous tab just on the side of there, so I can pull that in and out. Let's move that down slightly. So I'm just going to come along and ink. Just so any little white bits that do show through from the inside won't show as bad with the ink. Glue all along the back of that. I'm going to have that tab just there. So hold that just that glue takes. How cool is that? There we go, little tab. I think I'm going to round the corners of this as well. I do like my journaling cards with them rounded corners. I just find them easy to put in and out. They don't tend to catch as much. So there we go, pop you in there. And I might see, no, I was going to put a little rose on it, but I think that's just quite nice as it is. So a nice little journaling spot in there. It's a nice big open space. So what am I going to do next? I'm thinking about doing some decoration on here. I'm just wondering if I might use some of this pink. It's quite wide, this one. Let me see if I've got something of it. This is probably the wrong kind of pink. If there is such a thing. Quite like that. I just like the way it takes kind of like, it makes it a different edge. So I'm going to straighten that up there. And again, I'm just going to measure it up. There was a bit of a tear on here because my paper trimmer, I have ordered myself a new paper trimmer. I've got a guillotine coming. So yeah, I'm super happy about that. I use Craft Stash UK. I've got an affiliate account on there, so if I ever put any links up to Craft Stash UK, I do get a little bit of money if you ever buy anything. So yeah, I've got this guillotine coming. I'm super excited. I no longer have frayed paper edges. It's only 8 inches, so I can't do anything big, but what I do will have straight edges, which will be great. Okay, so I'm going to pop that there, and again I think I might do a little bit of clustering around the bottom. So let's have a little look through some of our images. It's just knowing which ones to choose. They're all so beautiful. I might actually use some of the flowers. So I put that there. That's just a bit too big. The good thing about Junk Journal Studio is they do their designs in bigger, and then they do the same design slightly smaller. So once that's stuck on there, that rose will look really beautiful there. And I might just pop a little tick up behind. Bring some of that blue in again, and it kind of like links in with the page. There we go. Right, so let's stick this down first of all. I think with hot glue is just working super quickly. So I just pat it down with my fingers and then turn it over onto my craft mat so I don't burn myself. There we go. And let's put that on there. It's not taken just there. There we go. And then what did I choose again? I had tickets and flowers. So it's again just leveling things up, make sure they're the right way around. So I'm going to have that there. that there, and just that popped on top. And there's no right or wrong way of doing this, it's just kind of having a little play, sticking things down, and then when you're happy with what it looks like, trying to mix the colours up in here so it's kind of like linking colours in from one side to the other. Put that one there. And the good thing about digital kits is obviously once you've downloaded it, you can print up as many as you like. There we go. So that's our second page done. Now this page here, I'm actually going to use one of the pockets. So what I've done already is I've inked around the edges of this and I folded these tabs in. And I cut a little bit more off this one because I don't want them to overlap. Now, because of my page size, I am going to need to trim a little bit of this off. So I'm going to have it the same size as my paper. So if I just show this to you, my brown card and my blue paper are different sizes, obviously. So I'm going to make sure that I have my envelope linking in with my paper, so I still get this brown edge showing through. That's just the way I like to do it. You could line up to your page if you want to, it's up to you. So all I'm going to do is come in once I've lined that up. So double check it's all on all sides. Just obviously mark that little bit there. And then trim that off. There we go. So now that pocket fits all the way across the bottom of that page. So this bit will obviously glue on the tab. And then I'm just going to come along and do the other side. There. So lining this corner up first. And then sticking that down. Just holding that down. There we go. So that's created that nice pocket in there. And then one of the things we've got is these lovely postcards. So again, we can pop something like that in there. You might want to pop some these little ephemera. These are quite nice. I saw Michelle doing her video today where she did a flip through, and I'll show you what she did. So these actually are stamps, but unless you want to sort of come in and individually cut out each one of those, it'll be quite tricky. You could ink it up. But what I've got and what she's used, these are scissors, pink and shears. These belong to my mum, and I'm not a dressmaker, so I do use them for paper. Now, what she did is come along, I'm pretty sure a bit further than that, and cut down these edges, and you get this kind of like crinkle effect, depending on what scissors you're using. And I thought that was a really clever idea, actually. So instead of having to cut individually all of those little ones out, you can just go down with some scissors like that. And again, you can still ink the edges if you wanted to. But I thought that was really clever. So, might just pop that on there, give it a little bit of interest. There we go. And that's page 2 done. So, into our next one. This is where we have this lovely big double page spread. Now, I'm going to, oh, sorry. I'm going to do a belly band, I think, across here, because you've got plenty of room to put things in. So I might use my tickets as a belly band. So I'm just going to continue just getting those little white bits out. Oh, didn't quite line that one up very straight. Let's come in and just notch that off. So I'm going to go, do I go from top to bottom? Yeah. Just went to empty that and pull the whole bottom off. It's quite blunt for some reason. Anyway, so I'm going to do a belly band with the tickets. So again, I'm going to measure from top to bottom. Just come in with my pencil again. And then cut across there. So glue at the top. And glue at the bottom. Okay, nice, simple, easy belly band. I'm just going to hold that while that just takes. And I think I'm going to use one of these journaling cards again. Just slip it inside there. So, cut the edges. And I'm actually going to come around with some black ink on this because there's a slight black border. Trying to find my black. Yeah, because there's a slight black border where I've cut that, I'm just going to carry on with a black border around it. Get on my way. Happy with that. So that can just be popped inside there. Put her on the slant so you can see her face peeping out. And then this side, I don't know, I might use a postcard for a pocket. What have we got here? Or I might use one of these. Let's have a corner tuck. Might just use a smaller one. What do we think to that? We can have that as a tuck spot there. Or quite like in the yellow. That might be nicer. I should do that on two sides. Have that as a pocket there. No, quite like the yellow, because the yellow goes in with the yellow this side, here and here. So yep, happy with that. Again, I'm just going to go around the edges in the black again. Okay, so I'm going to do bottom edge and side edge. And again, I line mine up with my paper. Just hold that down while that just takes. And then we've got these lovely little journal cards. Just pop in there. A blank one. There we go, middle page done. So belly band this side and a little tuck spot on this side. Make sure that's taken before I close over. Okay, then we've got our last two pages here. Now, I'll show you warts and all, because somebody said it's quite nice to see when people make mistakes. Obviously when I glued this shut, or when I finished my project the other day, there was a bit of glue on there. Opened it up and it's obviously pulled the paper onto this side. So this side I could probably peel off. No, because I'm going to end up peeling that off. So I'm going to make sure this is covered here and this is covered here. Happy accidents, it's fine. As crafters we can just cover these up. So what I haven't done so far is use some of these beautiful roses. So obviously within this kit there's hundreds and hundreds of these beautiful roses. So I'm going to do a little collage down here of the roses. So I think that'll make quite a nice little corner spot here. So pick out some of the roses that I want. And just going to collage them into a little section down there. Yeah, like that. This again, just playing around with what you think you want. So that one there, that one there. I might have more of a yellowy, pinky yellowy one. Perfect, happy with that. Okay, so I'm going to go around again and just take off some of the, because this is obviously printed on white copier paper, it really does stand out. So I'm just going to go around the edges and take off that stark whiteness. This is printed onto my backing papers were printed onto copier paper, so I think that was 80 GSM, and all my roses and my kits, my little tags and things, they've all been printed onto I think it's 160 GSM, I want to say, so 160 or 180. So it's, yeah, it's not paper thin, but it's not really kind of really thick card. I'm just going to go over where that white is on there as well, just to dull that down a little bit as well. Yeah, it's plenty sturdy enough to make pockets with, as you've seen. It's plenty sturdy enough to do these cards with. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Obviously, it's preference again. So I had that one there, then I had that one there, and then I had that one there. Now I'm thinking of gluing these together and then gluing them to make a tuck spot. So let me see, if I glue up to I had that now there, so I'm going to glue this part here to put that flower on there. And then I'm going to glue this bit here and tuck that behind there. Okay, so I've now glued those together, and then I'm just going to go around and glue around the edge, and that's created a nice little tuck spot. That's too big, so just do this bit first. So just glue around all the edges. Pop that on there. Just hold that down so that just takes. And what shall I put in there? What I'm going to do is just come in with my pencil and just poke that down, just so it lifts those edges up. Should do this when the glue's dry, really. And can you see how that's just lifted it? Hold it that way, so it's easy to get things in and out of. Now, deciding what to put in the pocket. I might put that in there, actually. It's quite nice. I'm going to go around the edges. happy with that. And just going to pop that little card in there. What I might do on the back of that is just pop a little rose, because obviously they're journaling cards, but you can also decorate the back as well. So I'll pop a little bit of glue. Just stick that on there like that. And that gives your journaling card a little bit of extra dimension. There we go. So I made a nice little corner pocket with these beautiful, beautiful roses. I might just put another little ticket here. What colours have I got left? Yellow on yellow. Put a little pink in there. Just to finish that corner off. And I'm just going to pop one of these little blue tags up the top corner to link in with a blue for this page. Otherwise it's quite pinky yellowy. Just pop that in there. So that's covered up that mistake at the bottom here. Got a lovely little tuck spot made with those beautiful roses in there, and obviously got those two things linked in there. Now on this side, so again I want to cover this up here. Got a nice journaling spot in there. What have I got left over here? I might put that one in there as well. Two little cards. So this side again, like I did on the front pocket, is just taking one of these beautiful images as a journaling card. I'm going to do the same on the back as well. Trying to think what ones I've got left now. I've made a bit of a mess over here, as you can imagine. I thought I had. I've used it there. So I'm going to come in with a postcard, I think. So again, I'm just going to come onto the back of here and get some of those flowers. I might just put one down the bottom. So just lift that edge off because it's white on white otherwise, and it won't stand out as well. Just come around and ink that. So that's going to go that way up because it's like a little spray of flowers. So that's going to go on the back of my postcard, and that can obviously then just be popped inside there. And decorating this bit here. So I quite like these little it's almost like a little tab. I've also got this though. Ooh, that's rather yummy, but then that would go more corner. But then I could put that there. You can almost hear my mind working. So inking this up again, take away that whiteness. And then what I might do is have that there, but then use again some of these tickets and things behind it to like make a little cluster. Don't like the yellow. Actually got a ticket there. Too big. Try to get my colour head around my colours. I think this is going to go blunt somehow. cut that. So just covering that little bit there. Right there. And then something on the bottom. No, I don't know if I like that. Sorry about this. This is my whole brain when I'm crafting. I might just put that nice. Oh yeah, that's nice. I like it. So I do a smaller one. I'm not happy with the biggest one. It's a really, really funny place that is there. I think if I just put that there, that just covers up that silly mistake. But do I put some tickets behind it, or do I just leave it? Nope. I'm just going to have it. Decision made. It's faffing around. Ooh. Put more glue on it. Oh. Us crafters are so indecisive. It's funny because I can do things really quickly when I'm not on camera, but as soon as I go on camera, it's funny about station. Right, let's pop that down. No, I'm happy with that. Just need something obviously up here now, and I think this will probably be a bit too much. So let's have a look what we've got. These are lovely. That's a bit smaller as well. It's like a nice little frame. So you could have that in there, and I could probably put some of these words inside that. What have we got? So quite like that there. And then I might put that's too big. Got this smaller one. Quite like that in there, and I might trim that bit off, and then I might put another word across there. Right, decision made. I'm just conscious of me waffling on for hours on end. So frame in the corner. I think that's actually upside down. No, that's fine. And then pop that there, and I'm going to cut that just the first lot of flowers. Like that. Oh, I like that. Looks beautiful. There's kind of some words. What have we got here? So I'm going to go in back onto this page because I've just seen that this might look nice across the top of here. It says the beauty of a rose. I'm just going to have that on that corner there. And then on this side here, I have the nice bright pink. Picks up the nice bright pink in here. There we go. I'm happy with that now. Beautiful. So the last thing I'm going to do is this very back page. Now, part of this journal kit, look at the mess it is now. Hilarious. Yeah, the part of back kit says this journal belongs to, which I have now lost because it's a complete and utter mess over here. Where did I put that? There we go. Okay, so this journal belongs to, which I think is so sweet. I'm going to pop that along the back, back there. But what I might do is just pop some lace underneath there. So I'm going to stay in with this nice cream lace on the front. So I'm going to do a line of that across the back, and then just pop that this journal belongs to on the back there. So roughly need to cut that there. just wonder whether to put some pink lace on as well. So I could do pink lace and white lace. Oh, I like that. So let's get this one nice and straight. I have got some, if I cut that and fold it in half, excuse me, I have got some proper material scissors somewhere. There we go. So that goes across there, still not straight. And I'm going to cut that along that line there. So I fold it in half, just makes it a little bit easier to cut. So just remeasure that again, so there to that line there. So put, if I cut that too short now, that's okay. That bit first, and then that bit. Happy with that. So with my hot glue gun this time, I'm just literally going to zigzag it across. As long as it just takes. And again, let's hold that down, get that stuck in the fibres. And then same with the white one. Across, lay down and stick. There we go, like that. And then this journal belongs to, I'm actually going to do this with hot glue as well, just because I'm sticking onto the lace. I want to make sure that really does stick well. There we go. So then our tie, go twice around and just tuck in there, or nope, it's not going to tie, it's not quite long enough, but I'm happy for that to just tuck in there. So there we have it, our envelope journal is finished. I've got so much stuff left, it's unbelievable. So I'm going to be using this in the next few days to make a few little shorts, little Instagram clips. So let's have a look through. So open up the cover. So you have that little cluster on the front here with the lace. Papers are just amazing. And there was, if you remember as well, 2 pockets in here. I haven't put anything in mine, but things like this just fit in perfectly. So if you want to put anything in there, you can. And then we have our first page. So created a little journal card and then just popped some rose bits on there. We have that little cutout with one of the postcards, and again on this one I might just put a little bit of something just perhaps at the top on this one, just to give that back a little bit of interest. So pop that up there. Okay, and then we had our double page spread. So I used the tickets as a belly band, and again just popped one of those journal cards in, and then just made a tuck spot for those things to go in the side there. I'm thinking about here, actually going to put some words because it's quite a blank page there. So I'm going to put that nice big sentiment across there. And that just takes away that big blank space at the top. And then we've got our little corner pocket we made with those roses and a couple of journaling cards in there. And then some of our images there. Postcard, again with a little flower on the back to go in our back tuck spot, and our lace on the back. So there we have an envelope journal. 4 brown envelopes, 3 papers, and this gorgeous kit, which is actually 25% off until the end of February. So if you haven't already, and this is just obviously bits, the words. I haven't printed everything off. There's so much. Yeah, get yourself over to the Junk Journal Studio and have yourself some fun. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and I'll see you back soon with some more crafty fun. Bye bye.